The camper van I've got in front of me is the Phantom Ghost from Slovenia. 6-meter long vehicle, and I want to take you around this way for a change. So it's on the Mercedes 6-meter long 319 CDI. It is, oh, it comes with 2 wheels, and let's have a look inside. Now the first thing is obviously, this is obviously an off-road show up in Toyota Dalrad, and with a off-road, what is particularly important is a short wheelbase. So you go over the top of a hill, and then first set of wheels are over, and the second set of wheels haven't yet gotten in contact with the ground, and you're stuck at the top of a hill. And anyway, so that's one thing there to consider. Let's have a go at the back of the vehicle. So 6 meters, so it's not a huge vehicle. By the way, this is going to cost 142,000 euros, so you might want to watch any more of the video with that in mind. Right, so this has been prepared to show you how the bed is. There's half of the bed, and the other half is there. So the bed sort of goes up and down so you can put this up like that, and then that goes up like that. So, but I'm not going to do it with one hand, because there's one I did earlier. Under here we've got the huge amount of storage, and in here, right, so we've got the electrics. Open this as well. There's the water pump and filter, and here are all the electrics in an easily accessible place. Now on the roof, this can come with up to 500 watts of solar, and as with anything that's built to order, then the battery capacity is as required. And you can see here there certainly is the capacity in here to take quite a lot more. This inverter which comes with it, there you are, 2 kilowatt inverter. Now close this. Oops, let's see what I'm doing. Close that. More storage down here as well. At the moment this is a trade fair, so you probably wouldn't be bringing a pile of brochures with you, but then again, if you're going to something like this, then you might actually need a pile of brochures. Now the standard position as far as they're concerned for the fridge is actually here, but there's 2 fridges in this vehicle. Is this Vitry Frigo 2-way fridge, and there you go. There's a look inside. And which brings me to this bit here, which you could say, well, there's a bit kitchen workspace. So there's your kitchen. This is sort of the same as everything else has got, 2 burners and a tiny sink, but you got all this space here as well. I mean, you got space going down here. You might think, well, you don't want to cook in your bedroom. Well, effectively in a motorhome, you're doing that anyway. You're also showering in your bedroom, because here is the shower in this position here in the middle of the vehicle. Well, let's push this around a bit and show you what else this has got. Now obviously I wouldn't normally be standing on the duckboard and on a mat if I was going to be having a shower, but that gives you an idea of how much space there is in here. At the top it's got a fan. A fan in cold weather is particularly useful to stop the well, it won't stop it, but it might reduce condensation a bit. So there's the toilet. Cassette comes out on the outside, obviously, and this, the sink. Sorry, there's the sink. Sink's coming down. So, and the sink is attached there via a magnet. See if we can hear the magnet. There you go. I'll do it again. All the storage things in here are pushed to open. So that was open, and you can see up there And you've got some more storage here behind this tambour door, which I'm always very keen on. This bit here can be, you can open this and put it to one side if you want to have more space in here, or more space in the corridor. As you can see, this is hinged there, so that would come out down here. Right, so let's push this thing here back, and use of the corridor to give more space. Now, the thing is with the Mercedes, of course, because the way it's shaped on the outside, it is rather difficult to get a large washroom in here, and so that's one solution, is to put it directly into the corridor. Right, let's come to this seat here, which is got one curious feature. If we got rid of the table, which I won't be doing again because of one hand, and but the table comes out very easily. It's only clipped on. This system's been used for at least 30 years. Just these things here, they unclip and then you take it out. This chair has two positions. It has got currently it's in the rear position, which is probably when you'd have a table there. But if you want to sort of slouch a bit, you can actually pull it out, and it gives you more space there, and that's probably more comfortable. But you probably would want to get rid of the table, put the table to one side whilst doing that. The chairs are manufactured by a Slovenian company named Zealand or something like that. I can't quite remember, something along those lines. And so they also supply actually Mercedes mainline, for example, as well, BMW and other companies. So storage, push to open all the way around, except for that one. Obviously, it's got a tambour door on it, and here we've got the cutlery drawer, and down here we've got a slide out thing and a drawer there as well, and that is under the sink. We've got an extra fridge down here, so that's your bottles and things, and it comes with a freezer compartment at the top. Vitry Frigo, two-way fridge. Now let's have a look at what we've got here, because this is a bit more unusual. Alright, so you can see what the voltage is at present, and we have here Webasto diesel heater, and here we have the Whale water heater. This, well, diesel heater is by diesel, and the water heater is via gas, and I think we can now have a look at that from the outside. There we have the place for the television, and as you can see, no storage up here, because well, I personally, as you have heard in previous videos, I don't like storage above here. I like to be able to stand up as I come out of the vehicle. There you go, see I'm standing up right now, and I'll even turn the thing, see I'm standing up right now. Right, let's now go around the back and see what we've got out there. Okay, here there is that's for the gas. The gas will can be refillable, and let's see if I can show you where the gas is. See if the camera will go there. There. Oh, you got a good view of there. So that is where the gas tank is. I'm always on about external gas tanks, refillable gas tanks, and there you go. That's been much easier. It is tucked up quite neatly for 4x4 use, so I presume it's not going to be a problem there. Let's now have a look at the roof. So spare wheels there. I noticed there's a spare wheel down there as well. It normally comes with just one spare wheel. Right, you've got this box system on the roof, and so for storage and with a space in between. Now at this end there's a roller So if you had something like long and thin or something, it would go in the middle there, some long thin box or a kayak or canoe or whatever else is sort of long and thin. You can sort of push it up there, and the roller will help you load it. That'll be easier, so pushing it, rolling it along. It comes with solar, which we can't see here. I have to go on the front more. But these boxes can also, as an option, be fitted with solar as well. Let's now come around to this side a bit. So where the solar, you can see where the solar panels are, the boxes end, and they've still got space there. This one here's got a 270 degree awning, which is there, so it'll come right the way around to the back. It's an unusual thing from South Africa. And I think that's just about it, really. What I can say about this motorhome. Motorhome campervan. Now, I do appreciate that 142,000 euros is quite a lot of money. And before I say that, it is quite a lot of money, so it's quite a lot of money. I forgot to mention this. The bed at the back, widthwise, as you saw. Now, obviously, at that height is roughly about 165 maybe centimeters, but to give the bed, fell over then. We've got these things here, these lugs, which come out and extend the bed. It's the first time I've almost, no, it's not the first time I've almost tripped over whilst filming. It has happened before, but not on a hill. And so here, this comes out like that. There we have the cassette toilet, and here is electricity input. And the water tank is in the side on the wheel arch down here, so inside, of course. So the lugs for the bed, obviously on this side, don't come out so far because the door is there. That's quite difficult to build it on this side. So you can get a good view. Right, so I'm now at Abenteuer und Allrad off-road camping event. Look at this wonderful autumn day, quite warm now, reasonably warm now anyway, but it was pretty cold earlier. So, but we can see here some of the other vehicles and other things which are going on. We've got these wonderful colours of autumn here in northern Bavaria as well for this event. And obviously it's an off-road event, and you can see here that this thing here has been used for a spot of off-roading from the amount of mud on it. And okay, here we have a sort of show you one or two other vehicles. Well, and here this Spartacus unit here, or the pickup camper, which goes on the back of this Dodge Ram. We have they've got Range Rovers. There's lots of Land Rovers here, and various companies which are built to order, well, as this Phantom Ghost is as well. The big expedition vans, got ex-military stuff which has been converted. There's all sorts of stuff anyway to see. So this is normally held in June when it's really hot, and fortunately this year, because of COVID, it was postponed until now, so towards the end of October. But anyway, great. So that's the Phantom Road adventure, and thanks for watching. I hope you found that of interest. There's lots more vehicles on this channel for you to see. So all the best from Bad Kissingen in Germany.